Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you back to another episode of F-It Friday here on the channel, the day of the week where I just take any random game in my library and play it for a little while for no other sole reason and just because, fuck it. Today, we are heading back into the Capcom universe. I mean, you saw me play Street Fighter 2 Ultimate Champion Edition. It was more like Hyper Fighting. But in the last week's episode, so this week we're going to continue on with the beatings and keep things moving, shaking and baking with the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle, basically released in 2018. And you have multiple arcade beat 'em ups that came out back in the day, and you can play not only just the English version, but the Japanese version. You can see when I switch it out between the two versions, a couple of titles do change. But, for now, we're just going to go into Final Fight here. Basically, Street Fighter 89, as it was originally called, before the switch over to Final Fight. Metro City, a well-known crime capital, has been ruled by violence and deaths for many, many years. We have three characters in this game that will make an appearance in future Street Fighter games as well, since it is part of the Street Fighter universe. Guy, Cody, and Mike Hagar. Now, you don't see much of Mike because he does have a similar moveset to that of Zangief, and he is also a wrestler too. Wrestler turned mayor of Metro City. And we have the Mad Gear Gang coming up, trying to take over the city. They actually kidnapped the mayor's daughter in exchange to allow the gang to run amok, just like in the last administration. Man, politics in a nutshell. This was 1989, okay? We're in 2024 and that shit is still happening. So, listen to reason, man. Just let us we do as we please, like the last mayor. Basically, it's the Mexican cartel. But yeah, they kidnapped the daughter, Jessica, for Mike Hagar. I think Jessica is Cody's girlfriend. Yep. Here we go. Capcom USA 2018 free play. Let's keep things moving, shaking and baking. You got the stuff, the heights, the weights of all the characters here. We're just going to stick with Guy. We're going to probably go play a level or two of this and then, call it an episode there. But as follows, you just basically beat the shit out of people as it comes along. And this Final Fight was a popular series in the day, but another game would come along to rival it just a couple years later. This game would be ported to the Super Nintendo originally as Final Fight, but Guy was not a playable character. It was only Cody or Mike Hagar. Now, that would be corrected later on with Final Fight Guy, which was a re-release on the Super Nintendo that actually included the character Guy from basically a lot of setback, or a lot of people that played the original Final Fight on the Super Nintendo were like, hey, where's the guy? And so they re-released it later on, basically like Mortal Kombat 3, and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, when they was like, where the hell is Scorpion? Why does Sub-Zero look so different? And they were like, whoopsie, we're just gonna fix that for you real quick. And they made another version of that, which included like, yeah, where we didn't mean to make the mistakes there. But yeah, no. It will be on the Super Nintendo. I think it came out on the Super Nintendo in 1991. But another game, like I was mentioning, another game that would rival Final Fight in the console wars and would turn out to be one of my favorite games as well. Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage was created to counteract Final Fight, and I would argue that Streets of Rage did a much better job, not just like in sales or something like that, but probably just overall was much, much better than Final Fight. Not that Final Fight is a bad game or a bad series. There was Final Fight 1, or Final Fight Guy, which was a re-release, and they also released two more sequels on the Super Nintendo, Final Fight 2 and Final Fight 3, which I do believe had Carlos and a couple other characters, another female character that I don't remember at the moment, but they do make appearances in later Capcom fighting games. I think Alpha 3 Max, especially Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max, which was the PlayStation version, PlayStation Portable version of Street Fighter Alpha 3, included those additional characters. I think Capcom vs SNK 2 also included a couple of characters, also included her in the Final Fight character. introducing them to the mainline series, Street Fighter series, and all that stuff. And of course, you know, these guys be making a comeback in future Street Fighter series. You know, Street Fighter 6 being the most recent, obviously, and you know those guys do make an appearance there as well. I think actually, yeah, the World Tour mode takes place in Mad Gear City, and so there's a lot of references. You actually do see Damned in Street Fighter 6. He's actually one of the characters that you do like missions for. And that was the end of round 1. Moving on to round 2, the subway here. And we're going to enjoy the nice little Metro City Mad Gear transportation system here. And of course, you go on the train just like in Street Fighter 6 World Tour mode. Damn, they do references the game. I forgot how much they reference this game now that I think about it. In regards to like the series as a whole and stuff like that. And it's about, I think they did a good job with it too, especially like showing off. I haven't played World Tour in a minute for Street Fighter 6. I got it on the PS4. I don't have it on the PS5 or anything of the sort. But man, my God, if you get on the PS4, just be aware you're probably going to see like lag spikes here and there. Probably not running a smooth, consistent 60 frames per second. I'm pretty sure on the PlayStation 5 that thing fucking runs like butter. But on the PlayStation 4, of course, because it is such a late system game or something like that, of course, you can only max out so much what you can. And like I said, if you have it on the PS5, great. And I'm sure it plays like smooth butter. I don't have a PS5 just yet because 2 reasons. One, it's been goddamn difficult to find one. When you do find one, they charge you a fucking arm and a leg for it. And I do not want to give up my arm and leg because I still need all these body parts right now. I may be getting old, but I'm not there yet. So I want to still be able to function so I can get my games and do all that stuff for when I do grow old and I need to sell an arm and a leg for a PlayStation 10 or 12 or whatever the fuck it is during that, or whatever it is when I become an old ass man. Probably be 6. We'll probably be on like the PlayStation 7 by the time I'm dead. So I think the Xbox series will be the Xbox 2060. Nintendo will still just be there, and you know, Nintendo Switch. I guess the next one's Nintendo Switch Pro, and then you got Super Switch Pro Ultimate. And then you got Hyper Switch. We'll probably get to like those stages by the time, you know, this old body decides to return to the dust. And we got Andore Jr., character based off of Andre the Giant. Well-known, famous wrestler, still talked about to this day, even though he did pass away in '93, basically from gigantism, or acromegaly, basically where your organs just continue to grow and grow and grow and doesn't stop. Modern medicine, there is treatment for it. There was actually treatment for it like in the early '90s, but during Andre's time, it was essentially a death sentence. Because they did have the surgery back then, but there were, you know, patients that, you know, weren't necessarily surviving them or anything of the sort. So over the years, they did manage to make that procedure safer. Actually, Paul White, the Big Show, if you guys know who he is, he also suffered from that condition, but he managed to get his treated, so that way he didn't have to worry. He's in his 50s now, and normally people with that condition, acromegaly, usually don't live past 40. In regards to that, because like I said, your bodies and organs just constantly growing. It's a nice little science lesson while playing a video game for you. Who fucking knew that this would be the way to go? And then, of course, you get a game over. And we'll switch over to Cody real quick. Just keep punching them like that. Out of the train, heading to the other side of the city now. Woo! Almost got flamed there for a second. Yeah, use your special to get enemies out of dodge. Really? Okay. You know what? Screw you. Give me this gem. Take a knife. Take that. Fuck off. And of course, we now fight another character that was making its way into the Street Fighter series. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sodom, and he just took out 3. Okay, he took out my health in 4 hits, which is nice. Hello. There we go. Sodom, basically, he'll charge at you, he'll hit you. He does a lot of damage as well. But he'll basically go for his swords first. So if you're able to move out of dodge. Hopefully I can spear. Okay, I think we're doing good. Ah, shit. Son of a bitch. Really? Really, jump kicks barely do anything. All right, all right, all right. Let's switch over to my K-Gar real quick. Pile driver to kill him off. Get a nice little bonus stage here. And this will be this bonus stage that will inspire for Street Fighter 2. All right, so let me just grab this, go over to the other side. All right, blue, meaning that that side is already damaged enough. Let's just smack the shit.
Oh my god!
And ladies and gentlemen, I think we're good to call it here. We got a couple of stages in, and yeah, no, we'll go. We're fine. Just keep beeping there. But now is the time as good as ever calling for an episode for Effort Friday. I may do just like regular LPs of it, or probably just long plays of these games, like arcade beat 'em ups and stuff like that. I probably won't do full-fledged commentary or anything like that. Let me just pause this real quick. There we go. So with that, just want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you have yourselves a fantabulous day. Love, peace, and chicken grease, and I'll see you guys next week for more of our regularly scheduled programming and for some more effort as well. Have a good night.